Hi, if we've never met before, my name is Rachel, and I like to talk about healing, holistic health, spirituality, relationships, basically teaching people life skills to have a happier, healthier life in many aspects of it all. Today, I want to talk about integrating shadow work, healing, because this morning I had a very clear message of what I have come to learn as what I would call healing. When I think about what's healing, quote, what am I doing when I have looked at the things I've healed? What I see is integrating. So an example could be there's something that's happened or a part of you that you've rejected because it's emotionally very taxing and hard to come to terms with. So this might be you chose to treat someone a certain way, so you beat yourself up for it. Maybe something happened to you and it was so traumatizing and way too intense that you can't even bear to look at it and you decide to not look at it. So what healing is integrating that part of you that you rejected, that because it feels too heavy, too scary, too sad, too upset. It's like opening its arms to that feeling or experience that happened and integrating it, taking it in with a big hug and saying, no, everything that's happened to me or all parts of me are okay. Because what happens there is then you have more power over yourself and your life. Because what happens is people like to play the victim card in the victim mode and say, well, this happened to me, so this is why I am the way that I am. There can definitely be a logical reason for, let's say you're super traumatized because of so many things that happened. My big thing, not argument, but what I want to bring to people and show them is that you can integrate that and give it a big hug so it can become a part of you, so you don't feel so hard on yourself or blame this one person or thing that happened, right? One of my mentors has showed me that forgiveness isn't about condoning someone's behavior. It's forgiving so you can move forward in a happier, lighter way, so you're not carrying around a lot of weight. I have one job and she uses a lot of GIFs and messages that she sends to the whole team. And the visual I saw, or one of the GIFs, is the Dr. Evil hug when he's like, come here, give me a hug, for his son. That's what healing is. It's integrating stuff that's happened to you. So I can only speak from my personal experience. I would say, like the biggest part of my journey that really first began to crack me open, if you will, because there were a lot of things that happened, was my parents getting divorced. So as that was happening, I wasn't processing it and I was upset and I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to look at it. So I was rejecting my big uncomfortable feelings that I was having because of that happening. And eventually for me, they manifested as physical symptoms and anxiety and depression and things I didn't want to carry around with me anymore. So that's when I had to eventually stop running away from those upsetting feelings that I had about a certain situation and scenario and embrace all of that and integrate it and say, okay, if I want to be happy and healthy, I need to bring that in to me and really nurture that 16-year-old that felt really angry or upset or scared or nervous, or, when it happened, it felt like I had the rug pulled out from underneath me. Like, what did I need in that moment that I didn't get? So that's what healing is, and integrating that is. It's visiting that version of myself that was so upset or uncomfortable or sad and saying, hey, I'm here for you now. I can give you a hug. I can comfort you. I can soothe you. I'm sorry you're going through so many big feelings. The main reason why I want to and do this work with people in this way is because I was very conditioned growing up anyway to have the big wins and the dreams come true and the miracles and the happiness. And we don't give people tools for the hard, difficult life lessons. Like, I want to give people actual life tools for big feelings and emotions. As I was thinking about this example or this message this morning, another thing that came through was a number of the jobs that I have had now over the last 5+ years, people have seen me cry at them. And that was because I was having a lot of big feelings with so much happening in my life. Like, I overcame a lot in a relatively short amount of time. So I didn't hide that fact from people that I would see on a daily basis. And what I found is that they were very compassionate towards me and they cared about me. So when you have big feelings, some people aren't going to be able to hold space for them. And a lot of people, when they cry, what do they say to you? They're like, I'm sorry. And I don't know why we haven't been conditioned to cry, but one way to really begin integrating and healing is if you need to cry, you need to cry. Studies have shown that when people cry, it's stress coming out of the body. It's stress being released. If it's anger, right? If you're super angry because of something that happened, your boundaries were crossed, whatever it was, what do we tell kids who are angry? Feel their big feelings. But again, as adults, we just hold them all in. So if you're angry, learn how to go outside and stomp on the ground. Start to notice how often dogs shake. Dogs shake a lot after stress. They're shaking it off their body. So begin to shake, like brush things off of you. Shake if you need to get stressful energy out of your body. Maybe you talk out loud, even to yourself. That's what I've started to do with a lot of my work. Sometimes I just have so many thoughts and feelings that are going on. I just need to get them out. Right? You can journal about them. You can write them, right? Like, here's everything I'm stressed about today. Whatever you need to do, just begin to start to move that energy to integrate and heal and do something different. So things that you've been carrying around for years and years aren't as heavy. They don't need to be. Again, whatever event that has happened to you or something that's happened in your life, you can begin to do this on a very teeny tiny scale, even if you need to, right? No need to be a hero. Like, I'm at a place now where I like to talk about more of the things that have happened to me, but that's because I've done the quote baby or steps earlier on in my journey, right? I mentioned like having coworkers that I've been able to cry in front of. And I've also been able to have big feelings and emotions with healers that I've worked with and like people I was getting services from. So I've been very blessed to understand that having big thoughts and feelings it's very real. And if you can find someone that you can trust to hold space for your big feelings, you can heal or integrate that a lot faster than just pushing it away. So let me know if this is helpful. Let me know what you want to see next. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.